Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. We're going to do a timeless reading. Whenever it finds you, it's the right time. See what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember that divine inner guidance is in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love, and for highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. Let's see what messages would be helpful to know. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for, wow, the highest, greatest good of all. So there's going to be a cycle that is completion. Maybe some of you are connecting to somebody that's from a different part of the world, or you're traveling the world, you're doing something online. This is my take a bow. That last cycle was a doozy, or that last cycle was amazeballs, but you are ready for something new. This is feeling complete, but I feel like there's a wholeness about this energy. I feel like you are looking at something not like I hear picking apart the details of maybe certain circumstances that happened. I feel like you're seeing the broader picture, the whole spherical perspective of something. I feel like there's an inner knowing here that something needed to end or was about to end. I feel like this person is, I don't know, holding the world of opportunity literally in her hands or in his hands. But there's this inner knowing here because this person's eyes are closed. There's also something opening up in communication because I feel like the throat is the most prominent here. So if somebody was holding back communication, I feel like communication is coming through. Maybe that has to do with an ending, or it could be clarity why an ending happened. Why is the world? Major Arcana 21 coming through. Tell us deeper. Wow, yeah, you got the world in your hands. You got the Chariot. You're on the right road. You're going towards your destiny now. You're going towards what feels like not just one big victory, it's the big V. This is really feeling like you have found the path, or you're paving your own way. This is where you recognize from the past cycle you went through, the energies that were pulling you off course, or trying to, like trying to steer your steering wheel in a different direction. This is where you might not know what's up ahead and around the bend, but I feel like you're given guidance along the way. There's also two people in this Chariot, so you might be in a transition with someone, or maybe somewhere along this journey, somebody hops on into your Chariot. I feel like you are heading at a steady pace, a steady progression. This can be a fast energy, but it kind of looks like these horses are trotting. Clarify. These are big energies. Clarify the world and the Chariot. I feel like some of you are actually going on a road trip, or I kind of see you renting a car somewhere, maybe in another country. I also feel like some of you have found something online, or, on the World Wide Web here, that helped inspire you to head in the right direction, to take back control in a certain situation, or feel, I don't know, like feel better about an ending. I do feel like some of you were sitting in that Chariot and not doing the hee-haw for a while. So it's like you had the means to move, but some of you were maybe just keeping, a little bit of you in that past scenario. This is you having faith that you can do it. This is also that once you take one step in a new direction, you gain more and more momentum. You become more and more solid with the stability of that particular direction. I see like going off of the map. I don't know what that means. It's almost like you got a reboot, or you're not going in your typical direction. Maybe that's confusing to you or others. Clarify the Chariot and the World. Wow, you got Strength. This is a major situation that's happening. If not today, this is a major overhaul in your life. When Strength comes through, it comes through because it's what you're embodying, and or it's what you need for this transition. Maybe this was an ending that required a lot of strength to follow through with, or it's about the strength to head towards new territory or a new beginning in a new direction, on the right direction though. If there's something about your destiny calling you in a certain way, and maybe you were getting in your own way before, you didn't think you were strong enough to accomplish something, you are. You're going to really accomplish something, I hear major, big. And I feel like it has to do with a lot of changes in your life. There's something about you in this strength where you don't even have to talk about it or push it. It's just in you. There's a gentleness here. It's like a gentle strength, a quiet strength. There's also something with the 8 in abundance. You have this beautiful lion and this girl just kind of hugging each other. So maybe this woman had this lion as a little tiny cub, or maybe it was an immediate thing where there was just this, I don't know, I'm actually getting instinctual trust, where this lion just knew this woman would put honey on the wound, would not rub salt in. It's like her energy just showed that it was, this is strength in love. Upside down, it's kind of lustful energy. It's pushy power. It's being really loud. It's trying to make your strength known, and or ignoring the fact of how strong you actually are, how much you've gone through, how much you can handle. It's a little bit of self-sabotage upside down, but I don't feel like that's what's happening here. Maybe that happened in the last cycle. I don't think somebody would repeat that same action. I think a lesson was gained, or many, and it really like sparked some inner desire, inner strength, inner knowing. I keep hearing spirit. The spiritual path. Somebody has listened to this spiritual calling. I feel like this was a knowing. Maybe not even something that could be placed into words. It was just an inner knowing. All right, clarify. Strength. Wow. You got the Magician. These are all major arcanas. These are all really big energies. So you have a Virgo / Gemini, Leo energy. I always see the World card as all the fixed signs. Maybe Cancer with the Chariot. The Magician knows that it might not work, but they're going to keep trying until it does. They're not going to, let one flub or mess up stop that path of progression with spiritual energy. Because when the Magician is upright, it's tapping into that energy of spirit. It's past that fool. You're past that, I don't know what's happening and what road am I going down and I don't know what that is over there. It's where once you start to have that experience, once you're on this new journey, it's almost like you bypassed the Fool here. You bypassed that leap of faith and just got right into the new road, territory, cycle. It's where you have these ideas now. You're like, oh, you know what I was missing over there down that road? Why don't I give this a try? And you take those ideas and you manifest it in reality, but you're using all of the elements. The magician is telling you that what you think you don't have right now, you're going to discover along the way. Because the basics, those basic tools, the basic elements, air, fire, earth, water, are a well-rounded, I'm getting like sphere in you, where you have all the basic tools to do anything you want, to really start to manifest your heart's desire, to fulfill the role of your destiny as it unfolds, because I feel like something's going to get bigger and brighter and bigger. This is as above, so below. The magician is able to make things happen. I'm getting unbelievable things in your life that no one thought you'd ever do. If the magician is upside down, it's just kind of like the snake oil salesman. It's still somebody that's usually able to manifest and make things happen, but there's never that belief in their product. You know, it's somebody that pulls the wool over your eyes, tries to manipulate the energy, give that shitty elevator speech to have somebody buy their crappy product, and they rush on out before they're noticed. It's like kind of shady energy, or it's manipulation of energy that with that, usually the 8, you know, ends up coming back and replaying in some way where eventually you're going to learn that lesson. When the magician just has that faith in divinity and trust in his or her higher self, in God, then they're guided along the way. The right people appear at the right time. Synchronistic events start to occur. When they feel like they're at a crossroad, it's like they get this, I see like a neon sign, except it's kind of like spiritual neon energy saying, hey, that's the good way to go. Why don't you give that a try? And even if somebody goes down the wrong way, they're still guided to get back on track. They're still gaining something about the wrong decision that is bringing them strength. So if a similar hurdle comes along in the near or far future, they recognize it before it stalls their car or gets in their way. But sometimes without that experience of the wrong situation, you don't know how to choose the right one. So you have a 1, an 8, a 21, and a 7. What is the block? What's blocking this from happening? The block right now is allowance. You have an Empress energy. You have all major arcanas. The block, I don't know how that's a block, because the Empress is phenomenal. She's a divine feminine energy. She embodies all of the queens. Woo, she has a lot of energy. It's all of the queens combined. The Empress also knows how to manifest. The Empress is that beautiful yin energy, that feminine energy that has a natural connection to the divine. The Empress is able to give birth. So not just have that idea, but really get it going, and has that longevity to stick around through the entire process of how something grows. She's really powerful. She's really strong. She's very sensual. She's realistic. She's also that feminine energy that knows who and what to allow into her world, and how to be strong enough to block what doesn't belong there. The Empress is a nurturer. The Empress is sometimes a mom or a grandmother, but the Empress can be the boss, like boss lady, you know? She can start her own business, and that's her baby, her project. She's usually really talented, powerful in her own way, but she's very intellectual. She's very smart, but she's also very caring and loving. What the Empress has to remember is not to be an overgiver, because she does want to nurture everything. So if she is trying to fix someone or sees potential in a certain person or a situation, but overplays that power, she could be smothering. If she's upside down, if she is not tapped into her divinity, then she holds on to things that are unhealthy, because she's not recognizing how incredibly valuable she is, how much she is worth. And she accepts less than she deserves, because she's constantly trying to see that potential that she imagines someone could be, instead of looking at the reality of the situation and or trusting her divine counsel, that divinity in her, that something is healthy or something is not healthy for her. Because she does want the best. She has a big heart, regardless of her specific scenario. But sometimes the Empress has to sit back and let something come to her. Even though she can be a pursuer, she has to know what to allow in, know what she's really holding on to. And I don't know, she's holding on to the skull, so I feel like there's something about this Empress accepting when something is done, accepting that the past is the past and you have a bright future to look forward to. The Empress is also one of the two that I feel belongs in the Chariot. I feel like that's for the Emperor and the Empress. I kind of feel like the Empress is generally a Virgo energy. But it's also like, it's part of, I feel like the Empress is almost like every single combination of all of the star signs, zodiac signs together. Because she's very complicated, beautifully complicated. She's mysterious, but yet she's like real and yet not real. She's so incredible that you almost think she's too good to be true, and yet she's right there. She's right in front of you, or that's you. I feel like this Empress is making some spiritual manifestation in her life. I feel like this Empress is recognizing how much she has gone through and that inner strength that she has. Maybe also the strength to do something kind of unusual, do something on her own way. The strength to, I don't know, I see like a world trendsetter. I don't know what that means. Let's see. You have all major arcana so far. Clarify, Empress, Magician, Strength, World, and Chariot. I looked at that in 1909. I don't know why I wanted to say that. 19 is like the Sun. 9 is like the Hermit. What is... And I asked about the block, right? With the Empress. So maybe this Empress was blocking her own blessings. It could also be, if she was upside down, that this Empress was blocking somebody else's progress or movement, or putting a pause on a certain ending that needed to happen a long time ago. Clarify, I want to know more about the Empress. Tell us about the Empress, please. What is a deeper message on the Empress? What is a deeper message on the Empress, please? The Empress was smothering something. The Empress was holding on to something too tight or someone too tight, or how a certain thing had to unfold. The Empress has learned how to let something go so that there's room for abundance to come in. It could also be where somebody was holding on to the Empress very tightly. It could also be where somebody was, because it's interesting. It's like the Empress is here, and I kind of see the Four of Pentacles like the Emperor wannabe, but not. It's like Scrooge McDuck. You know, it's the one that has maybe a lot of coins, you know, a lot of things piling up. I mean, they were being all flashy there. Look at how much money I have. Fanning it out. Yeah, you want to go out? I feel like that would be the person that would go to a restaurant and talk about how much money they have, which usually means that I find that when you're truly wealthy, in whatever respect that is, you don't need to talk about it. This is the one that wants to flash it all out there, but they really don't have the knowledge to back it up. It's like all for show. It's like the one that talks about how big of a tip they're going to leave, and then they're the cheapskate when they leave. And I feel like that's the opposite of the person that, you know, sits down and you don't know what to expect, but then it's the most unlikely person that leaves you the most incredible tip. I don't know why I see that, because that person's flashing all their money. The Four of Pentacles is recognizing what you do need to hold on to, because there is an importance to having that nest egg, you know, saving for a rainy day, investing wisely. But it's paying attention to that in and outward flow. If you're just burying everything you have, you know, in the backyard, there's not going to be much investment made. So what can you let go of? Sometimes this is just looking at, you know, if you're buying a lot of stuff, even let's say you have all the money you need to buy whatever you want, but then you buy all this stuff that's just kind of sitting there on the shelf. It's like buying all that stuff from the QVC channel that they said's amazeballs, and you use it once and then it's just dusty. It's just taking up space and it doesn't really have any value because you're not using it. This is keeping what you use, keeping what is valuable, and recognizing what you can let go of. Because upside down, I see that as somebody finally letting go, letting it be, releasing that energy. Sometimes that Empress energy can, I love her upright, but I am getting some of the Empress today that is upside down. Because the Empress, I kind of see upside down as could be that like stage mom. They kind of see that their kid is really talented and maybe said once that, oh, I'd like to act, or I would like to, you know, play that instrument or do something. And then she's just that pushy, all right, we're going to this audition. We're going to this, to the point where the kid's not even having fun. They're not even being a kid, even though they might be really talented and have potential. It's kind of a little too pushy, even though it could still be stemming from love. Four of Pentacles. Hi, Rose. I'm not sure what Rose wants. Let's ask about the Four of Pentacles. That's the only one that's come through so far. That's a minor arcana, which means it's more in the control of changing that situation. It's usually just something that needs to be adjusted. Seven of Cups. So maybe somebody was confused or conflicted in illusions or denial about what to let go of or what they were holding on to. Because it could be that somebody was just holding on to something that wasn't healthy or superficial from the outside. If this is about a choice on which road to go on, that's like big crossroads. It's not just like go that way or go that way. It's like you can go in any direction you want in the entire world. So which one do you go to first? the most easy way to solve that riddle is to see where your heart is calling you. What makes you feel like it's your true, authentic direction. Which choice really brings you joy, curiosity, excitement. Because once you go in that direction, you go through the exciting door. You go through the one that makes you happy. You go through the door that even just thinking about going through that door, like gives you that little twinkle. And that's when God, the universe, opens up more and more doors in that direction. Even if those doors end up segueing you into a totally different direction. It's like that door, that energy is that signpost. If you don't know what to do, what makes you happy, start there and follow that step by step. Sometimes I see the 7 of Cups as stalling on the fence for so long because you're so scared to make the wrong choice. So you hold on to the one you know rather than choosing something different or choosing, where your heart is pulling you. What if it doesn't work? What if that, takes you too long in the wrong direction? Or what if, this could never happen? It's that small mindset that kind of closes you off to, I'm kind of getting something blossoming in your life because she's looking at not all that shit that's in the window. It's like skulls and books and old trinkets. This woman is looking at this beautiful bouquet of flowers. So there's something here about a specific choice that needs to be made while it's offered, while it's in bloom, smelling the roses, being in the now. Because even look at her tattoo. She has a tattoo. It's actually a really beautiful tattoo. Maybe some of you have one of those tattoos. It looks like a watercolor. Those are really beautiful. And her tattoo matches those flowers. There's something that is a match here. As long as she doesn't get sidetracked with all of these other choices. Let's see. Why the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups? That went back, so I'm not going to take it. If it needs to come out again, it will. What is the bridge between the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups? The bridge is that it's what we were missing before. We did skip. I love that that came through. You have the Fool because you had the World here, and then we skipped over to the Magician. So maybe that bridge between is that leap of faith, taking a chance, trusting in yourself, trusting that you're going to figure it out, going back to that wide-eyed, why not energy of wonder. Who knows how it's going to unfold, but usually looking back at that old cycle is not the choice that feels right. It's looking ahead towards that new future. That's where it feels right. It's, not being a dumbass. If you see a situation that has a red flag and doesn't feel quite right because of something you've gone through, you've learned that lesson. So you navigate that territory differently now. The Fool is that trust that God is going to take care of you. But if you have this destiny calling you, or this place in the world you want to go to, or anything that requires, this lion-hearted strength inside of you, you have to really have faith that you're going to figure it out along the way. I kind of feel like this is an idea that you're birthing, or this is a new relationship coming into your world, or maybe I hear the focus to why something is moving or why something had to change. The Fool could be you starting a brand new business. The Fool could be you thinking about something you haven't done since you were a kid and you want to give it a go again. You want to start to play guitar. You haven't thought about that in 15 years. This could be an idea you think of out of nowhere, you know, going towards that joy along the way. I'm going to pause you one sec. All right, let's see. I feel like a lot of this is just believing in yourself. You can do it. And I feel like whatever you are going to walk into or discover or I hear reinvent yourself, feels like it was in the cards for you. Like it's your destiny. Like it was tailor-made by God for you. But I feel like it has to do with one step in a different direction. Trusting that this new cycle is going to have amazing experiences for you to come. And I do feel like there's going to be some tremendous growth in not just your spirituality or your true connection to the divine, but that it's something coming in. So it's not paper money coming in your life, where you're solid on the decisions you are making because you are grounding this dream or these new dreams into reality. Let's do something different. Rose is getting a back rub from my feet underneath the table. I have two different decks that are angel numbers. So let's get some angel numbers. Clarify. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, World, Chariot, Strength, the Fool, Magician, and the Empress, please. 1221, taking initiative, and 1616. You have 2 readjustments. I mean, with the Magician, you have to know that sometimes it doesn't go according to plan. It's thinking outside of the box. It's being flexible. So you have 2 here. Maybe you see the number 16, 1221. I love that that's a palindrome. Taking initiative, change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, and high vibes. Nice. Work with what you have. That's the Magician. You know, if you need a new tool, you're going to figure it out. You have enough to get started. And it will get you places. Well, you got the Chariot. Count your blessings, acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You're going to learn to drive your stick shift chariot pretty good. You might also be getting some good news very soon. And this is just readjustments, overcoming obstacles. It's also soulmates. All right, you got a little romance. Romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. So maybe some of you are hoping for a win-win or a soft ending from that last cycle. It could even be a separation if somebody else is on a different chariot. On the horizon, well, you're standing there at the horizon. Maybe you can't see what's under you, but it looks like right there is the possibility of beginning a new romantic and or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. So some of you might, somewhere along that journey, have somebody from your past come back. Everything will fall into place. If this is somebody from your past, I feel like there's a reconnection. Maybe it's somebody you're thinking, maybe it is not somebody you're thinking of. If it's not somebody from your past, I do feel like whoever comes in, whether that's platonic friendship or lover, there's going to be a soul's knowing that you're supposed to meet this person. That you know, feel inviting and welcoming, that they are a part of your new journey to come. So let's get another angel number. This is called Divine Angel. What is another number that would be helpful for the collective, please and thank you? $210. It's cool because that's like the 21, which is kind of what you started with. And it's also starting over. We're coming full circle here. I love this. Starting over. Where's your Fool? In order to start over or have a new beginning, one door has to close. You are presented with an opportunity for a fresh start and new beginnings. Release regrets. Embrace the present moment with openness and optimism. It's that positive mindset that makes a big difference. I put this upright, so we're going to take this too. It's also a journey where it's really important to have self-love. Because sometimes that is also an energy that the Empress can embody. Her love is so big that sometimes she has that unconditional love towards everyone, including maybe love that's not so healthy or not reciprocal. So it is absolutely, I hear transparent, which is kind of interesting. Beautiful and strong to choose to what I think I almost said unforgivingly. That's a really weird thing that almost slipped out. Selflessly, unconditionally. Maybe somebody was unforgiving, but part of that forgiveness is self-love. Forgiving yourself for messing up. I think that one thing said that. 'Tis life, we all mess up. What'd you learn from it? To forgive releases your attachment to anything that was anchoring you down or blocking or restricting your movement. It doesn't condone someone's actions. It releases your attachment to that energy. 676. Prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself, because you deserve a new start, because you deserve to be on the path to your destiny. You deserve to express something you feel strong in your soul about, or someone you feel strong in your soul about. You deserve to manifest the beautiful world that you desire. You deserve to have abundance and peace. Support and affection. Let's see. What do I want to pull? I feel like I want to almost clarify with a different tarot deck just to see what comes out. So let's do one overall message. What is an overall extra bonus? Let's take a little peek into maybe the next step to know about, or what's right ahead on the horizon. A little advice on the next step. Guess what came full circle? I love that. Full circle is the world. I put that upright. It's also acting upon those plans, and or a business partnership or a passionate partnership catching up to you on their way. This is you not just having that idea. This is you booking the ticket. This is you looking out onto the horizon there and deciding to take the journey or take that step with that sparkle in your soul to get there, not just sit on the wall and wish. It's movement, it's choice, and it brings you full circle to the world. So there's also something in this new world where you have the green man here. You have this beautiful growth in your life. It's kind of interesting because I kind of feel like it's like the masculine embodiment of the green, or of Mother Earth is the green man, almost like the emperor. It cycles, seasons, changes. It's following your instinct and your intuition. I feel like this ending and beginning is your soul's growth. And I feel like this progression or this situation feels more natural than anything you could have been holding on to. I feel like that started to feel a little artificial, a little confusing. And I feel like all of that confusion or that illusion clears up when you're in the reality of the new page you are heading towards, or the actual page that you're on. So can we get one more? Let me see if I have one. One more. I have this hidden truth. Should we pull one? Yeah, let's do this whole hidden truth here, but let's end. Since you did have a little bit of a message that had to do with a possible person on the horizon before you. I love that this was full circle, literally, with the world. The first and last card. So let's get one divine truth. What is one message overall, little peekaroo to know about when it comes to love? A person coming in, or something to know within yourself. What is the one message from the divine truth that would be helpful for the collective right now? Please and thank you. Cadence, it's being on the note you're in. When you're dancing, you're not behind thinking about that part you messed up on, or ahead at that weird note that you have to have a lot of strength to hit. It's just being in the flow. The cadence is, you are my muse, my inspiration to create. You have this beautiful Empress energy here. She creates. You ignite my soul. So that's going to be our ending card. I love you so much. I hope this reading was helpful. I feel blessed to do this reading today for you. This is a big, beautiful cycle about to begin for you. And it looks beautiful. So with this, I bid you adieu. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And thank you for blessing my life. Thank you.